Alright, so yesterday there was an update to Prodigy's CDN that showed some new pets that are coming and other new items that we are also going to be talking about. We're going to go over all of it in this video and what it all means and what we can look forward to upcoming in Prodigy. Okay, so we will start out with the pets. You may remember that recently Prodigy has also added other new pets to their CDN, and they are playing around with the idea of adding new pets, evolutions of pets, not variants necessarily, but some of them are, but evolutions of pets that never existed, and it's a very interesting idea. We have information on those for Dreamlet. There is what seems to be a pre-evolution to Dreamlet and an evolution to Dreamlet, so Dreamlet's going to have a full 3-pet evolution chain. Right now it only has 1 evolution, so they are definitely deciding to add new pets that are evolutions to old pets that never existed. The new ones never existed, and it's a pretty crazy idea, but I love it. I really think it's going to be awesome, and I cannot wait to get these new pets for evolutions whenever they release. I'm pretty sure that this Dreamlet evolution chain is going to be released with the as the February 2025 teacher reward. No idea what the January 2025 teacher reward is yet, but the February 2025 teacher reward is supposed to be the pre-evolution to Dreamlet, so I'm assuming that once that is released, the post-evolution to Dreamlet's also going to be released, so the entire Dreamlet chain is going to be released with the February 2025 teacher reward, at least according to that prediction. So that's going to be very exciting. Now, another pet that we are going to be seeing this with, added at the same time as the Dreamlet evolutions, is Muckster. It's interesting that we're getting a Muckster one, but not an Aquaster one? Maybe someday we'll be getting an Aquaster one, we'll just have to wait and see. But we have a pre-evolution and a post-evolution to Muckster here. When I originally made my video on these pets, I did not theorize that this was going to be evolutions to Muckster. I thought they were going to be variants, but people in the comments pointed out that they definitely look more similar than I thought. And I totally agree. These are definitely evolutions, just the same as Dreamlet is. And I know it just sounds weird, but these new pets that we are going to be going over later in the video also support this theory. So these are definitely going to be variant evolutions of Muckster, and these are probably going to be in the February treasure track. So the next treasure track season that happens is going to be in February, and Muckster was updated to be HD recently, around the same time that these icons were added. And so we're pretty sure it's going to appear in the treasure track. Its variant is going to appear, not variant, evolution. It's hard to keep saying that sometimes. Its evolution is going to appear in the treasure track. Probably its pre-evolution, and then its post-evolution is just going to be obtainable by evolving it. So that's going to be really interesting, and I cannot wait to get that as well. So also, before we go into the new things that were added yesterday, there is a new special offer in Prodigy. Special membership offer, like the ones that have allowed us to get Shadow Drake and Telluria, and Tellurion. But this one, which is at level 100, I'll talk about the others in just a second. This one allows us to get the pet Luminex, which actually fits quite well with the pets we're going to be talking about later, and the pet gear, the Frozen Gold pet hat, which is from the Season 5 treasure track, The Legend of Dragon Isle, and a new pet relic called the Frost Skimmer. Now this is also one of the best pet relics in the game at this time. We'll see if that changes later, but it's a very cool new pet relic that's added. And since it's in this membership offer, members only, Now, if you were not aware, different levels of Prodigy accounts get different special offers. So the lowest level accounts are going to get the special offer that has Luminite, the Tallow Topper pet hat, and another new pet relic called the Icicle Pendant. So that's for the lowest levels of Prodigy accounts. I'm not sure on the numbers, but the Icicle Pendant looks very cool as a new pet relic, as all three of these do. Frost Skimmer, Icicle Pendant, and the next one we're going to look at, which has the middle levels in Prodigy get the one that has Lumiot, the Conehead pet hat, and the Icy Shuriken pet relic. Now that's very cool. It's also it's another winter themed pet relic. There were 3 of those that were added this time, but those are the different ones that are going to be obtainable by different levels of accounts, and so that's pretty cool. I just need to be able to get those, all 3 of them myself, so I'm going to be asking Prodigy about that, because hopefully they just change it up and don't do the different levels anymore. It doesn't really help anyone, in my opinion. Now, enough talk about that. Let's go ahead and actually get into the new things that were added yesterday to Prodigy's CDN. So there were even more new pets that were added, which is very cool. Now, these are very exciting to me. And, you know, Lumibolt, the variant of Luminex that was added in the first Ultimate Member Box, and is also one of my favorite pets in Prodigy. Well, for a long time, ever since it was added, I've wondered, well, why aren't there variants of Luminite and Lumiot to go along with Lumibolt? Well, the question is finally answered. The variants are finally going to be coming. Here we are, we have a variant of Luminite and a variant of Lumiot that are actually going to be coming as variants, or as evolutions, pre-evolutions to Lumibolt, which is a variant of Luminex. Now, I am so glad that this has finally happened. It just never made sense to me that there was only a variant of Luminex and not variants of Luminite and Lumiot. And these 2 pets, oh my goodness, they look so cool. I'm telling you, Lumibolt is one of my favorite pets in Prodigy. It's definitely up there, probably in my top 3 favorite designs of pets. I've always taken a liking to this one, and I'm sure that its evolutions, pre-evolutions, whatever they may be called, the variants of Luminite and Lumiot, are going to look so good as well. Like, their icons just look amazing. They look perfect. I love the colors of the eyes here. The red looks so good. And you can just tell that they're going to look just as robotic as Lumibolt and look just as cool as Lumibolt, maybe. We'll have to wait and see if I also think that they are some of my favorites. But they certainly look extremely cool, and I've always wondered, what would they look like, evolutions to Lumibolt? And also, you know, what are they going to be called? I have no idea. I can't even imagine right now. But that's just something super exciting, and I absolutely cannot wait to get these 2 pets. Now, the thing is, we have no idea when they're going to be added to the game. Like, how? Because, like, maybe in another Treasure Track season later? Well, I honestly have no idea, but yeah, just for reference, that's what Luminite and I'll show Lumiot in a second. That's what they look like in game right now with their really cool new updated forms. It's just super cool. So this is like, imagine this pet, but in a robotic form. That's going to look so good, and I absolutely cannot wait. I just cannot imagine how they're going to be added right now. I'm not sure. Really not sure. But this is another example of variants of pets being given evolutions. In this example, it's a variant of a pet. Not all of them are. Some of them are the original pets themselves. But this is Lumibolt getting its pre-evolutions finally. It's been a long time coming. I'm super excited about this, and I literally mentioned this as an option in my video talking about the Muckster and Dreamlet evolutions. I mentioned this at the end of that video that I would love to see these two things added as an example of evolutions being added, and it's actually happening. So Prodigy had that as a plan the whole time, and I'm so glad about it, and I cannot wait. I keep saying that over and over again, but I really can't. But there is more to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into it. There were a few pets updated to be HD, so I'll briefly mention that. We got the update of Trip Trop, Clip Clop, and Rhymehoof, previously Ivory Trip Trop, to be HD in-game. So these are their icons, and you can see them in-game updated to be HD. So that's really good, and makes me wonder if we're going to be getting variants of one of those sometime in the coming future. Also updated was the Tall Fern furniture item, and obviously also the Morph Marble Tall Fern, and one of the smallest furniture items in Prodigy has turned into a huge one. Like, you can go see that in game, but that is absolutely ginormous. It's like crazy how big this thing is now, but I'm so glad it's finally been updated. It's been a long time coming as well. Very important that all these ones get updated to be HD eventually. It'll take a long time, but hopefully at some point, we see all the furniture items, all the buddies, updated to be HD. Now, there's even more to talk about. We have a new relic to look at, and actually, I'll also go ahead and share another relic that was added that I have not talked about in a video yet. But first, we'll look at this new one that was added yesterday. This is a storm type of relic. Now, there's a couple of options for this. It could be a relic that goes along with the unicorn set, which makes more sense when we look at another thing that's been added in just a second. But really, what this is most likely is a relic for the Dragon Isle. Part 2 of the Dragon Isle is coming at some point this year, and we have found more of the relics, some of the relics for Part 2 so far, but we had not found any storm relics, so this could very well be one of the storm relics for the Dragon Isle, but it could also be something else, like I mentioned previously, but it just looks really cool with the lightning bolt on it and the puffs of clouds and all that. But this is probably one of the storm relics for Part 2 of the Dragon Isle for one of the storm sets that we're going to be getting. Can't wait for those. But one other thing that we have to look at is a new pair of boots. That's right, a new pair of boots. This makes really no sense at all because, well, the last boots that have been added are for the sets for the Dragon Isle, Part 1, and before that, there was the Puppet Master's boots, and other than those, we haven't gotten any new boots since, like, a long time. Like, there are just, the Prodigy just doesn't make random gear items anymore like they used to, like that used to go in member boxes. They don't make those anymore. And what's just very odd is that this comes out of nowhere, and what does it look like? It looks like part of the unicorn set that came in the May 2023 member box. The unicorn onesie and the unicorn hat. Like, what is going on? This very much looks like one of those part that goes along with that set. And that's very odd because, well, why? I mean, really, I'm not complaining because I want to get more new gear items in the game. I want them to make more, but like, this is out of nowhere. Really, it's very confusing, but no matter what it is, I really want it. And I'm glad that they seem to be making another pair of boots that are not set for the Dragon Isle or something. And could this mean more gear items that get added like there used to be? That's going to be very cool, and I sure hope that happens because I really have missed it. But it's been a long time. But really, it's just going to be very cool, and however these are obtained, I have no idea. It's going to be awesome, and we'll see later on when these actually get added. We'll see what they end up being, but for now, we just have an icon for them, but it's going to be very cool to see later on. And I did say I was going to talk about another relic that was added. This one is also one that looks oddly like a gear set. This looks a lot like the cake set in Prodigy, which is currently unobtainable, but this is a cake relic. Now, how this is going to be obtained, I have no idea, but I can't wait for it. Really, I can't wait for it. This is almost definitely a relic for the cake set. Now, that could also mean the cake set coming back to be obtainable, which is great. Can't wait to see that happen. But this, honestly, this does go along very well with the variants. I keep saying variants, the evolutions of pets that are coming, because Prodigy is adding new pets that serve as evolutions to old pets, and in this case, it's like a relic being added that, or boots being added that go along with an old set of gear. Now, of course, we'll have to wait and see if these actually are related in-game when they're actually released someday, but it's going to be super cool, and I'm super excited to get all of these. So, I think that is going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Now, I talked a lot at the beginning about the things that weren't new, but hopefully, you sticked around. If you did, great job. Anyway, what do you think about all of these new things that have been added? The new pets, the new boot, the new relics, and, well, what are your thoughts on all of them? How do you think they're going to be obtained? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments.